What is up, guys? We have chest, delt, and buys, I think, today. So, first things first, I'm gonna go crank out 6.5 hour Red Robin shift real quick. Earn that bread. Just kidding, I'm training, so I'm actually earning 0 tips. I'm basically working for free. Anyways, gonna go hit that shit, and then I'm gonna go fucking blast my fucking chest and buys, dog. It is 10:03, and I just got done with my 5-ish hour work shift. Chicken and rice before the fucking gym.
Now, this is epic.
One day I'll be so big that it doesn't matter where the camera angle is, I'll look fucking jacked no matter what. Kind of like Ramon Dino. Any sort of angle you look at Ramon Dino, that dude is just big as fuck. Clearly. Put him in a fucking trash bag and he still looks big as fuck. That's the goal. For me, I gotta do like perfect lighting and shit, because I'm only a measly 190 pounds. I'm not no 270. Nice and controlled. Dude, it's kind of hot in here. 14 3/4. So I had a dude come into work today, and I was taking care of him, and I said, "Hello guys, how you doing today? My name is Tyler, nice to meet you." And he was like, "Don't say that." And I said, "Don't say what?" And he was like, "I know you don't give a shit on how I'm doing." So he was right, I don't, but I'm not gonna be like, "You're right." But I was like, "What do you mean? Of course I do." He was like, no, I own a restaurant, blah, blah, blah. When you're introducing somebody, say, "I'll be taking care of you tonight. My name is Tyler, whatever." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I'll keep that in mind." And then he was starting to ask me a bunch of fucking personal questions and shit. Keep in mind, I've known this guy for 32 seconds. And one of them was like, "What do you want to do when you grow up?" And I answered truthfully. I said, "Be jacked." And he was like, "No, for like money." And I'm like, "I don't really care about money." He couldn't understand that I don't really give a shit about money. I just want to be jacked for a living. And if I can do that while barely scraping by, I'm gonna do that. If I have two options, a job that I hate that'll make me rich, or be jacked for a living, I'm gonna pick the second option, obviously. That's just what I wanna do. I think it's interesting. His life is revolved around money. My life is revolved around how cool my bicep can look. Different priorities. He was a douchebag, but he wasn't like mean. Interesting characters in Vegas, man. I wanna avoid being too fatigued in my shoulders and not having a good chest workout. I just did press, so I'm doing chest, delt, and tries. Wait, chest, delt, and buys. Either buys or tries. I'd have to look at the split. One of an arm movement, and instead of doing chest and then the arm movement and then delts and then chest again, I'm doing chest and then delts and then an arm movement, so that my delts have a little bit more time to recover, so that when I do my next chest movement, I'll have more time to recover, you know? I hate doing a chest movement and feeling it in my fucking front deltoid. That's the worst thing ever. I'd rather someone violently assault me than feel my front deltoid in a chest movement. Oh, shit. 15. So I was talking to my coworker, my trainer, and we were talking about like hobbies and shit, and something about like going outside or like doing something with somebody. I was like, yeah, I don't really do a lot. And then I've expressed that, you know, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't party, I don't do anything, I don't go hikes, I don't go outside, I don't do anything. I don't eat. Like we were talking about like the freebies that you get from whatever, and I'm like, yeah, I don't really eat those. And she was like, you need to get a life. And I'm like, well, you know, I work out. And she was like, no, like that doesn't count or something. I don't think you guys understand the amount of time this can consume. I also record, so like that adds another 2 hours. You record, edit, you post. You have to keep on top of that shit. Like, look at me, right? I look like this, and this is my entire life. It takes a ridiculous amount of like effort and mental fortitude and all that shit and time and all of it. And I'm spending every ounce of my being trying to get jacked. And this is my outcome. So it's like, that gives you a perspective of like actual professionals. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. Like I don't have the time to just go out and party and waste calories on alcohol, which is 7 calories per gram or 9. I think it's 7. Anyways, yeah, I can't eat out with friends. I can't even hang out with friends because I have food timers, you know? I'm not gonna miss the gym to go do something. Fuck that. That's not how it works. I guess some people don't comprehend it, but like she works out, so I don't know. A lot of people just don't get it, I guess. But yeah, whack. Did you you guys see the absolute fucking bangers that are coming out this year? Or this season, I guess? This winter season? Or is it considered fall now? Since new animes are coming out, this will be the fall season. Whatever it is, a couple highlights are Jujutsu Kaisen. Who doesn't like Jujutsu Kaisen? And Hell's Paradise, which is a sleeper pick, dude. Not enough people talk about Hell's Paradise. Season 1 was phenomenal. And I've been waiting way too long for season 2. I'm hyped as fuck. And Chained Soldiers. If you know, you know, motherfucker. It's so shit, but it's like shit in a funny and good way, and funny is a not so funny, but like, is what it is. If you know, you know. What else? Bleach is, oh my God, Bleach. Oh, I'm so excited. I've been waiting for another season of Bleach. Oh, my music stopped. Favorite anime, by the way. I had to rewatch all of Naruto Shippuden to confirm that Bleach is better. I'm wondering if I need to reduce my calories. I did just run out of turkey, so I need to go to Walmart. And I want to make what I started doing at the end of my last cut was eating the same thing, but with different protein sources. So it would be like a cauliflower and turkey bowl with zero-fat cheddar cheese or zero-fat mozzarella cheese in there. And I would just mix it up and I would eat that. And then I would do the same thing with chicken and then the same thing with tuna. And that would be my meals. And that was like 2,000 calories. And then I would have like diced strawberries. I'm wondering if I can like add eggs or something, or like maybe there's some sort of variety that I can add or something and do that shit again. Because like I said, your boy's starting to get a little fucking hungry. I need to start vegetable maxing and adding a fuck ton of volume to my shit. But I don't want to do lettuce because the lettuce tastes like ass. So I stick with cauliflower because cauliflower is yummy. I don't know. I think that's a shout. I really, really like my cookie dough. Way too much. Way too much. So I gotta cut that shit out. And then my turkey and potatoes, like my diced hash brown potato things, yes, they're low calorie, but they feel like I'm eating air. That's why I don't eat rice cakes, because that's literally air, basically. We gotta optimize, we gotta lock in. I think a big reason why I wanna be so excessive with shit, like why I wanna cut so hard and why I wanna bulk so hard, is because I wanna know I'm succeeding without a shadow of a doubt. Like I wanna have no second thought in my head on whether or not I'm doing this shit well enough, you know what I'm saying? So like why, if you're in a basketball game, right, why only win by 1 point and think that the other team could've won, or win by fucking 78 points, and they're like, damn, we just got our ass kicked. I apply that to cutting. So it's like, I wanna just fucking, you know? That's kinda how I think about it, a little bit. I think it's a good way to look at things. So if I eat nothing but cauliflower, egg whites, and lean protein, you best believe I'm gonna succeed, probably. Obviously you can overeat that shit. Come on. Nope. What's cool with the serving job is that you're on your feet for hours every day. So you can kind of look at it as like some sort of cardio, sorta. I know you're not moving for the entire time, but you can't sit down. There's nowhere you can even sit down anyways if you wanted to. What are you gonna do, sit with your customers? No. So today I was on my feet for like 5.5 hours. Yesterday I was on my feet for 7.5 hours. That's gotta be something. That's gotta be some sort of calorie burn in some sort of manner, because there are spans of like an hour and a half, 2 hours where I'm fucking non-stop speed walking to try to get to all of my tables, you know? There's gotta be something there. More than me being a lazy ass watching One Piece on my PC for literally like 8 hours plus straight. Because I can't play any games because I'm shit at like all of them. Whatever. So Jeff Nipper did like a little electro muscle activation reader thing for your front delt, your side delt, your rear delt when you do incline press. And it showed that it activated the front delt a lot, but it activated the side delt just as much. And the rear delt obviously not at all, basically. So that's pretty interesting. Also, I've noticed I kind of want to sit up more straight. I usually arch my back, but I think that gives you leverage and works your upper chest. So I'm gonna straighten out a little bit here. I know I've taken the cut too far when my face gets fucking disgusting. And for some reason, I feel like that's not even possible due to like facial structure or some shit. But I know it is because like, get rid of the skin and it's a fucking skeleton. You do that and you'll be lean as shit, right? Well, don't get rid of your skin. Get rid of like all of the fat and water and everything else in your face and just have skin left basically. And your face will look hollow and sunken and insane. That's the goal. Oh, shit. So once I look like I'm dying, cut achieved, I can start bulking. You know what I mean? I feel like it's a good way to look at it. That was my goal last time too, but I never achieved it. I was 7% body